Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to color correct really dark under eye circles. Now, some of you might be thinking, Jacob, you don't actually have that dark of under eye circles, but I have a beard and I have to color correct it the exact same way. This has probably got to be one of the highest requests from clients. Oh, by the way, my tongue's orange because I had a Zupa Duper. It was orange. It was tropical flavor. It was really good. Anyway, honestly, it's actually a lot easier than a lot of people think. It's just that you have to do steps in reverse a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. So what you're going to need is a primer of your choice. Try and steer clear from any silicone based primers though, anything that's really slippery and has a lot of like that slimy kind of film to it. Just because we are going to be layering liquid on top of powder and liquid on top of powder, so you don't want anything to be like sliding off your face. You're obviously going to need a color corrector of your choice. I'll go into these in a minute. Foundation, a concealer, and a powder. Now, the first step while I talk about the color correctors is to prime. I'm going to prime my face very well. I'm just using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, one of my absolute favorites. Okay, so here's the thing with color correctors. If you are usually in like the fair to light medium scale, probably want to go with something lighter, both by Revolution. These are the Conceal and Correct Liquid Color Correctors, and this one here in particular is the color Peach. Now, if you tan or you're darker than say like an NC 25 to NC 30, then I would go in with the orange. So before you go in with foundation, the first thing that you want to do is color correct. So I'm going to go in with Peach. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go in with the orange one just that way you can really get a good idea of how it looks and where I'm applying things, because it might blend in a little bit too easily for this color. So grabbing the doe foot applicator, you honestly don't need much corrector. I've seen other beauty gurus like Nikita Dragun and whatnot use a ton of color corrector, and it's like you only have darkness here. You don't have darkness all the way here, so there's no need to put it there. Because this is quite pigmented, I'm only doing a small dot on either side. Also gonna go over my beard area. Now, this is all gonna get blended out, so I don't need to cover the entire thing. And I'm also going to just lightly dab over these areas here. Next thing you want to do is grab a fluffy blending brush. This one is from Hank & Henry. This is the Savvy brush. Just want to start buffing and blending that out. It doesn't have to be completely concealing the darkness. Like, you can still see some darkness there. That is completely fine. Make sure it is thoroughly blended. You don't want any harsh lines at all. Now that we look absolutely crazy, we're gonna look even crazier because we are going to set this in place. Because we are setting this with such a light layer, we are only setting enough to keep it in place, so that way when we put a liquid foundation on top, it doesn't mesh in and blend in with the color corrector we have just put on. It completely just glides over the top, which is why it's so important that you really blend in the color corrector to the skin, because if it sits on top and it's still wet, it's pretty much just going to completely mesh in with everything else that you're putting on. I'm just gonna grab that same brush. I'm gonna dip into this powder. This is the Tatcha Silk Powder. I like this one because it is very light and natural. And I'm just very lightly going to dab over. I don't want to absolutely soak and saturate. Now we can just pretty much go onto our foundation routine as normal. I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This is like a medium coverage foundation. I wouldn't even say it's full. It's actually kind of like light to medium coverage. As long as it's not runny and really watery like a BB cream or like MAC Face and Body, for example, you want something that has a bit more pigment to it. Apply this, I'm gonna be using a brush, and then you can blend in with the same brush or you can use a sponge. So I'm just gonna be grabbing a Morphe Y7 brush, flat top kabuki brush, like the Sigma ones if you guys remember. I'm gonna take a decent amount, and the first place I'm going to apply is where we have the color corrector. And you guys, this is the trick of life. If you have dark under eyes, if you have a beard, if you are doing drag, I'm not too fussed about going right under my eyes, just because I'm gonna be putting concealer there anyway, so there's no point doubling up on product. I'm gonna use this brush and just really tap in everything. It's pretty much all been concealed. You can't really see any traces of a beard anymore, which is great. Now that we have got foundation on, I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I'm gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And okay, with the under eyes, really don't want to be dragging anything. So I'm just going to tap it under my eyes. I'm also gonna conceal on top of here to get a bit more coverage. I'm gonna blend that out using a brush. Now, when you're blending out your under eye concealer with a brush, you always want to start from the bottom and really diffuse this outer edge. Then you want to work your way up, because if you go right in here first and then blend out, it's just going to keep on smudging concealer all the way down your cheek. Now, you can use color correctors on top of your foundation. However, if that is something that you do want to do, it needs to be the perfect match for your skin tone. Using peach rather than orange. The reason why I go with orange and I prefer to use it underneath is because I know that I'm guaranteed the warmth that I need. And there you go. Once you have done that, you can just go ahead and take your foundation brush and just kind of buff and blend out that bottom edge. I'm just going to set down quickly. I'm going to be taking some more of the touch-up powder. So that concludes this video on how to color correct under your eyes, whether it's darkness, hyperpigmentation. You can use this same technique for a multitude of areas on your face. I've just gone ahead and done my makeup off camera, and if you're wondering what my lip is, it is Morphe Frenchy lip liner with Too Faced Strip Search, and my lashes are John from my lash line Big Hey Beauty, if anyone is wondering. If you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know down below in the comments what tutorial you want to see next. If you want to see a tutorial, comment down below, whatever you want to comment down below. Let me know if this technique helped you. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That is all just, and that's Jacob. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Mwah.